Find out what you like first. Get to know you. Once you do that, I think it just becomes so much easier. You know where to go, where not to go. You start noticing, oh, this is an orange flag for me. Oh, this is a red flag for me. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I just feel like get to know you. And then like it just becomes easier. So that's what I would say.
Hey guys, it's Dr. Mrs. Mom, and I have another guest for you guys. It's my friend Ruth.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So Ruth, I'm gonna do like rapid fire questions.
Oh gosh.
And you're just gonna tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh gosh.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Text or call?
Text.
Big group hang or one-on-one?
Big group hang.
Okay. Friendship red flag that you cannot ignore?
Comparison.
Okay. Underrated quality in a good friend?
Generosity.
Okay. If you could have a friendship with any biblical character, who would it be?
Sorry.
And why?
Any biblical character.
Yeah. And why?
Solomon.
Okay, say more, please. Why
Solomon had a whole palace. Sheep, cow. I like food. Enjoyment galore. Or Miriam, Martha. Those two, they like to host. Yeah.
Okay, fair. Do you know, I can actually see Miriam. Yeah. Okay, not bad.
I should say John, shouldn't I, as the Christian?
No, but you said
who wrote Romans? Paul. No.
No, it's okay.
He's too deep for me.
Do you know what? I would actually want to meet him because I feel like we would hit it off. I feel like we have the same energy.
I'm happy for you.
I think we have the same energy. So like,
who else is in the Bible? Very good question.
Okay, this is rapid
Solo.
fire. But you asked Solomon. Got it. Love it for you. Okay, so today, I did want to talk about friendships.
Okay.
Right? Ruth is like the community girly, like creating community, building community. And you guys know that we're like in our transition series, like living in transition. But I didn't just want to do simply a community type topic. I feel like Ruth has so much more to offer than that. Okay. So we're going to have a friendship chit chat. Let's do that. So oftentimes people say that friendship in your 20s is different than friendship in your 30s. Do you find that to be true for yourself?
My personal experience has kind of been the same. The only difference is because I moved.
Okay.
But I understand why people are saying that. In your 20s, maybe you have more free time. Maybe you aren't necessarily like attached to somebody. Maybe you don't have kids. Like you're trying to figure stuff out for yourself. Right. So maybe they're referencing maybe like flexibility of time. And I can understand that because yes, that was definitely my story. You know, like living at home, chilling, doing my own thing, you know, working, you know, obviously my 20s, I was in uni, like, so I can understand that. Obviously in my 30s, things started to change, you know. I got married. Well, I was married already in my 20s, but had kids. So my flexibility, my timing, yes, has impacted my friendships. But my friendships have kind of
stayed the same.
Yeah, because of the people, I guess, and maybe because of my intentionality with my friendships. It's like it's been pretty stable. Like I have not had anything like volatile per se. Like
which is good. I feel like that's not the norm, actually.
Yeah, which I'm saying that my experience is completely different, but I understand 1000% what people are saying. Just looking around, just speaking to people, and also like even like my little sister, hearing her experience, and her like generation, totally get it. I absolutely understand because I feel like in your 20s you're getting to know yourself anyway. So it's like who you started off with when you're 20 might not be who you be when you're 29, and that's okay.
No,
so I get
real.
it.
That's real. So then based off of that, what would you say is a good foundation for building friendship on?
I think honesty. Like you have to be honest. And I'm not saying like, you know, you have to bear your all. You again, keep things that you want to keep to yourself. But I remember a particular person, actually 2 people who are now my really, really close friends. When we started our relationship and we started getting maybe closer, what I noticed was they weren't always like open and transparent about their life, and I was like, hey, like I get it, but we can only go so deep,
right?
So like if you want us to go deeper, like if I ask you how are you doing, like it was basic. It's like if I ask you how are you doing, right, then I need you to respond and respond truthfully. So they might have been going through some things, and I'm not saying that you have to say everything you're going through when you're going through it. Maybe sometimes you don't want to, things like that. And I understand that. There's grace for that. It's okay.
Yeah.
But like, I can't be asking you once, twice, 3 times, and it's always like, oh, I'm fine. Like, that means it will be a surface level kind of friendship.
Yeah.
But it took time, like when we first started, like I said, and this was at the beginning of my 20s, actually, it was. But yeah, now today, it's like, how are you doing? I get like a 20-minute voice note.
Right.
So you have to give, that time. I think that's one thing I would say, that in my 20s, it was like, okay, we're building this, we're trying to get to know each other, but we were more intentional with each other.
That's good. Yeah, I want to go back to, obviously you had said your friendship has stayed basically the same for the most part. Obviously you moved, so new friends. How have...
Hello?
Hello. How did you, and how are you still, because it's still a process, right? Navigating, creating new friendships, because a lot of people they're moving, whether that's for work or for school or just jackpot in general. So for you, when you transitioned here to Canada, what were you thinking of when it came to making friends? Like, did you have a certain like criteria of the kind of friendship you were looking for? Like, what was that process like?
Very good question. I'll be honest, I had to be open because I knew I was moving to a new country.
Yes.
And I didn't know the scope of the land. So I was like, yo, you can't be too close-minded.
Yes.
So however, for me, I'm a Christian, so there's certain things that were like priority for me. So like, I would lean more towards somebody who was Christian, and maybe from my background as well. But like I said, I was open until today. I'm very open. And some of my friends, they don't necessarily look like me, and that's okay, because I'm just like, for me, the fundamentals was mostly that you're a Christian. Another thing is that we have the same hobbies. Like, we like the same things, because it's difficult to like relate to somebody that you don't have anything that you both do that's the same thing. Like, so for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna look in my church community. So I started joining some teams, so like choir or like hospitality, things like that, or like the kids group. Again, just where we can like easily relate.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just in general, just making an effort to be like, I think I like this person. I think maybe I can learn something from them, and then maybe reaching out to them and being like, hey, would love to hang.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing that a lot, and I've been noticing like there's like a level of like mutual responsiveness, like, oh yeah, let's hang, that's my neighbors, things like that. But it's not come like easy. I don't want anyone to think that this has come easy.
I was like, because the way you're going,
it's not,
this was seamless.
No, and it's given time. It's been trial and error. There was a period of time I got it completely wrong, and then I became closed off because I felt like I kind of like opened my arms out, and it was received, but it was just the wrong group of people. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's part of life. But for the time frame that it was okay. It was needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it wasn't like a waste, but it's just like, maybe I shouldn't have ventured down this road and stuff like that. But even till today, like, I was still like, I think there was a time, and I think I spoke to you about this, there was a time when I was really, really realizing that it's not about the quantity of friends, but the quality of friends.
So true.
But I had come from the UK where I had so many friends, and I'm not saying like every person was in my I'm texting them every single day. No, I had that level of levels, I guess, of friendship or whatever. But I had friends like everywhere I go, like, hey, how you doing? We'd chat, and I didn't see that here.
Yeah.
And so then because I was looking for closeness, I maybe took some people too close that shouldn't have been that close, if that makes sense. So, and not in a bad way. It's just that they didn't have capacity for that.
Yeah.
So I'm putting something on them that they didn't ask for. So that was it, really.
That's so good.
But it's taken forever.
And I think that's something that, as you were talking, I'm like, the difference between my 20s and my 30s with making friends. I think in my 20s, my friends are going to listen to this and be like, Erika. Because like, naturally I have, and I kind of grew up this way, right? I think I grew up with an intentional thought of friendship. Because of the way that my mom kind of raised us. Like, that's it was good. One of those prayer points of, God, she will only be surrounded by
that's good.
So like, it was a thing that was like top of mind. And so I also watched how she navigated friendships and realized that like you said, there are levels to friendships. Like, not everybody is like her core person. But in my 20s, I think I was a lot more open than I am now. And I want to say for you, but I think part of that is obviously one, I feel like I have a family to protect.
Agreed.
And I also feel like I don't have time already. Yeah. And I also just don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
So there's just certain things where I'm
That's
like, before
good.
I'd have been like, but now I'm just like,
The bandwidth is not there anymore.
no. Oh, Jesus.
It's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Like, even with your actual friends already, you're struggling.
Yeah.
You're trying to keep up with, oh my God, what did they tell me?
Yeah.
Did I check in on them? Did I like check back in that, oh, this is what happened and that? So to now do that with somebody else,
Yeah.
it's like, it's not like you don't want to, but it's like, when?
Yeah. Like if I'm going to do it well, I can't.
Yeah. But I think that's the part where everybody just has to understand. Like, hey, that's why you do the, like, you know, oh, let's meet up once in a while, because
Yes.
that's when you have like the 2-3 hours of, how's it going?
Yeah.
And I think, you know, one thing I was thinking about the other day, I think we need to go back to doing errands with each other.
That's good.
Doing errands with each other, there's no pressure. It's just, hey, I need to get this thing. What are you up to?
Yeah.
Let's go together.
Yeah.
I remember that in my 20s a lot. We didn't have any agenda. We weren't always dressing up to go out.
It
And
wasn't
I
always
think,
a planned thing.
and I think that's what's happening to us. Is like, we're seeing it, you know, everyone's getting dressed. We're going for brunch. We're going for this. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a brunch connoisseur. Please take me to brunch. But it's also like, I'm just so used to, oh, we're just preparing for this. Oh, while you're around, let's do it together.
Yeah.
And that's how the closeness was built. Like, that's how me and my sister are close. Does that make sense? So I just feel like maybe if we can, even if it's like a Costco run,
Yeah.
like, can we do that together? Before you know it, you have spent time with the person, and there's been no pressure. So
Yeah, that's good. So, question for you. If this was like, you know how you go to Build-A-Bear?
I've never been, but okay.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, we will.
I'm joking.
For the children. We have to do it for the children. Build-A-Bear, right? Like, you get to stuff your own bear and do all the things. If you got the opportunity to build, like, what is Ruth's Build-A-Friend? Right?
LOL.
What goes into this friend?
That's so funny. I think the first thing is you have to be funny.
Okay.
Everybody in my life is funny.
Oh my God! Wow!
Like, effortlessly funny. I don't know, like, even my kids, I'm just like,
From where?
from where? Like, you have to be funny.
Yeah, okay.
You have to be kind. I like people that offer correction. Like, I like when, like, that means, because for me, if you correct, it depends how it's done, but it shows that you care and that you want to see a better version of me.
Yes.
So, like, that correction element, like, you're not a yes person. Like, do you know what I mean? You're not a yes person. You're generous. Like, you give and take. You know, like, there's that mutual love between us. I don't know what else really. Like, I'm pretty cool. And you need to like food.
I was just going to say,
You can't be, oh, I don't eat. I watch my, what are we watching? What are we watching? Okay, watch it for 6 months. After then, we eat. We need to, food is life. Life is food, okay?
Wow. Okay. If I were to build my ideal friend, I think I would say funny is important. I agree with you on that. I think for me, I feel like our list is very similar, which is annoying.
Because I'm wondering, what's the difference? No, I'm joking. I think there's one thing that you would say that I wouldn't say.
Really?
Continue. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, funny, definitely important. Food. Hello. What is your calling? Is it baking?
True.
Is it cooking?
Yeah.
Like, you have to have a thing that you do. Is it cocktail? Are you into cocktails?
You into it is crazy.
I would say, obviously, like, love for God, that's
Yeah.
standard. And yes, you have to be the kind of person who, like Ruth said, the way that, it's going to sound like, please don't weaponize what I'm saying. But the way that, one of the ways I receive love is in knowing that because you care about me, you will say, don't do that. Or you will say, the way that you moved, I don't know about that. Very important to me. Even like with marriage, like that was one of the things I told my husband. I was like, listen, like if I'm doing something that you don't like, I need you to tell me like 0.2 seconds worth after I've done it.
Yeah.
Even if if you need time,
Yeah, same.
1 hour is okay.
Yeah.
But don't be giving me weeks
Last month I'm like, so I've been living with you for 1 month.
Doing and then the same thing. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely that.
Yeah.
Let me see. If I would add one more thing, what would it be? I don't know. Maybe our list is the same.
No, there's one thing that I think that you would say I didn't say.
What is it?
I think you would say like a level of intelligence. You're witty, like you love intelligent people with knowledge.
Hey.
You seek knowledge. You seek like, yeah.
And for my own self, but do they have to be like that?
I think you find it intriguing. Like, I think you find people that know something of a particular area interesting and you like to know more.
Fair.
That's why I said that would be the only other thing that like you would like, yeah.
When you put it that way.
Yeah, like you don't want like someone that's boring.
No.
Do you get what I mean? Like, someone that like, okay, it might be completely different to you, but it's like, they're so like deep into that, like you have like almost like an untapped like way to be asking them questions and like that keeps you interested.
I'm actually screaming.
No, I've seen you do that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's actually quite.
Yeah. That was the only thing that I would say that, even if it's different to like your background or whatever, but like something that, yeah.
Friendship. Okay, Ruth. So in popular culture, right? I feel like female friendships get a bad rap.
I do too.
And it really hurts my heart. I understand. Please don't get me wrong. I understand. But I just don't like that. There's more discourse on like bad female friendships.
Same with bad marriages.
Right. They're and so I'm just like, if we're going to talk about friendships, right? Like, let's highlight the fact that like there are good friendships. Let me tell you guys a story, right? When I first met Ruth, first of all, she thought that I didn't like her, which I don't even.
Honest to God, I was like, she doesn't like me. Okay.
But why did you think that?
I think because you were silent. I didn't know at the time that you were introverted. So like seeing Kola being very like bubbly and talking and really like, I was like, oh, she's not saying anything. Like, I was like, oh, okay. But it's just first impressions. It wasn't, you weren't rude. You were not rude. It was just very like, and then I cooked. She didn't say anything. I was like, I was just like, I just felt so bad. I was like, oh, maybe I didn't do a good job. Like, and it's not like I was looking for validation. I'm just used to like, if my friends are around, oh, thanks for this. I just didn't, again, it was your first time. Like, like you said, it was the first time we actually met because it was at mine, the first time. So I was like, oh, okay. I knew during the day, like we started talking a bit more. And then funny enough, she reached out to me first. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was just like, she don't like me. Okay.
I was just like, what? When you said that, I was just like, this makes no sense. I don't know where you got that from. But actually, I'm introverted. Yeah, makes sense. Where I do want to go though, in this conversation of female friendships and highlighting like that female friendships can be beautiful, is what would you say to like a 20-year-old woman, because you're a woman at this point, girl, 20-year-old woman who is navigating, moving to a different place, trying to figure out like friendships, would they be good? Would they be bad? Like, how would you encourage someone like that?
I think it starts with you first, like making sure that you actually know what you like, what you don't like, because it would just like, it will make the process easier for you, like in terms of knowing where to even go to find friends. Like, so for example, if you find out, you know what, I actually do like playing tennis, you would go and join a tennis club and be like, okay, if there's anyone I meet there, then we can start something off from there. But if you don't even know what you like, if you don't know like your temperament, the kind of things that the other person you would like for them to be doing, or like how you give love, how you receive love, like if those are the basics for me, like if I don't know these things, and that's what happened to me when I moved, I didn't really know what I was looking for per se. I just kept on saying, oh, community, and when it looked something similar to what I had experienced, even though I forgot that I didn't like some elements of it, I still took it on and it didn't end well. Does that make sense? So it's
Yeah.
find out what you like first. Get to know you. Once you do that, I think it just becomes so much easier. You know where to go, where not to go. You start noticing, oh, this is an orange flag for me. Oh, this is a red flag for me. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I just feel like get to know you. And then like it just becomes easier. So that's what I would say. Yeah. The only other thing I'll say is give it time. Even if you think it's right, it might not be. And it doesn't mean the person was bad, because sometimes friendships just don't work out. Yeah. It just fizzles out. Like I have so many friendships that it just fizzled out. There was nothing. Yeah. So today if I see them, oh my God, hey, how are you doing? And that's okay. Yeah. So I would say give it time. Give it time. Like more time than you think. Yeah. And then there's some like you just click and you just go along, you know, but just always and try not to make assumptions. I keep saying this, try not to make assumptions. I say that because that's something that I have done in the past. Try not to make assumptions. Try to ask questions. Try to extend and give grace. Yeah. Maybe the person you were really like excited about didn't reach out to you when you reached out to them. Still ask, oh, hey, you know, what's going on? Like I hollered the other day. I just wanted to say, hey, you know, what happened? Maybe they'll now tell you, oh, sorry, I was in hospital. Right. I was here. Yeah. My work, you just don't, it doesn't mean that they didn't want to be your friend. Yeah. Like, don't take things too personal.
That's good. No, it's true. And I think going off of assumptions, the last question that I would ask is this. A lot of the bad rap that female friendships get is because of assumptions, and also because we don't know how to have conflict or how to like communicate when something has irked you or made you feel a certain type of way. How would you, again, this same girl, how would you encourage her in like 2 minutes when she's in the middle of something where there's a conflict and she doesn't know how to navigate that situation? Like, what would you say to her?
I'm a Christian, so the first thing I usually do is pray. I might talk to somebody else and be like, hey, this situation, and I'll try to be as honest as possible, because sometimes you might need another eye. Yes. Sometimes you do, because sometimes you're actually the person that's in your feelings and you need to come out of it. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes you just need that one person. Try not to narrate the story, making you the hero, right? Sometimes you do need that third party. And even from that situation, you might know that, okay, actually, I don't need to take this further because it was on my part. If you feel like this long term might be a problem, then you can bring it up. But be ready and I would say prepare for the worst, hope for the best. What I mean is that not everybody, like you said, knows how to handle conflict. What if you bring it up and then the person just blows up? But what I would say to you is that even what if somebody brings that to you? Like, because you're not perfect. We're not perfect. No. Nobody is, right? Yeah. So you might have done something to that person as well. So if that person comes up to you, what I would say is applaud them for even coming to you. Because it might have taken them so much.
Might it?
No, I'm just being honest.
I
know you're trolling me. I know you're trolling me. But it might have taken them so much to be like, by the way, this is how I felt when la 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 la. Like, applaud them for even coming to you, because I feel like that means they care. Yeah. They actually want this relationship and they see longevity in this. So they're like, okay, let's get rid of whatever this bump was in the road, you know? So like on both ends, like applaud them, but also like just, you know, give the person grace that, okay, you did something that I didn't like. Yeah. And this is how it made me feel. And I think for me, friendship helps me learn how to behave in a relationship. Like my friendships have really, really, really informed how I relate with my husband, because it's been like, hey, Ruth, when you did this is how it made me feel. Yeah. I learned conflict well. Does that make sense? So like that assumption thing, it's really bad. And sometimes you assume something, and it might be like, oh no, babe, this is what it was. And like nothing. Yeah. Like nothing, but you made a whole story.
Listen. Yeah, we're good at that.
So like female friendships, I think I've had some of the most beautiful female friendships. Like my relationships are spanning like 15, 20 years. Yeah. I'm only in my 30s. So that's how much like we've grown together through all the seasons. So like I think it's beautiful. Like another thing is, guys, don't feed into too much of the negative drama, because without you knowing, then you decide to start acting that way towards somebody else. Like that's why I don't watch certain shows. So I'm just like, this isn't what I want to see in my friendships. And I don't want to start thinking negatively of my friends for no reason
at all.
you know what I mean?
That's
That's the only thing I would say.
That's good. Thank you. Well, thank you, Ruth, for being on here.
Thank you
This
for
was
having me.
fun. Write in the comments, if you were to build a friend, what would they be made out of? We would love to know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Give them is it round of applause? I don't know what to say. Give them I can't remember what the word is here.
Maybe explain and it will come.
No, I need the words to explain.
Okay, sorry. Don't forgive.
No.